Have to use mine and share. What's up, everybody?
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Matt Jablonski
Caitlin Tanner.
here with the Point of Change. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Figured we'd go live. I'd bring Caitlin into a live video tonight because you guys keep asking me how Caitlin's doing.
And that's so sweet of you guys. Hi. I'm doing great.
Good.
Other than the fact that I whacked my elbow today running away from Matt, and it's already bruising. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty good.
You're the best. Babe.
You're the best.
Really, there it is.
It is. Look.
Oh, yeah, it is. Dun, dun, dun. Let me make sure.
Should I have my phone? You made it sound like I should have my phone.
Yeah. Let me make sure. Kind of. Audio kind of sounds. It sounds fine, right?
Sounds fine.
Okay. You don't need your
phone. You guys
phone.
Go ahead, give us some like thumbs up and like let us know that we sound good today on this little microphone right here.
See it? It's hooked.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Don't twap it.
Don't twap it. Don't play with it. Don't fiddle with it. You'll go blind.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Belinda. Hey, Sarah Jane. Belinda with 50 stars. Right on, Belinda.
Woo!
Tanya Brown. Good evening. Good evening, Tanya. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? And 45 more stars from Belinda. What's up, guys?
So does that mean I get half the stars?
You get all of the stars if you want them. No, you can't have all of them because half of them go to a nonprofit or a charity.
Yeah, so half of the stars that come in on this one are for me.
There you go. Caitlin can have the other half.
No.
Yay.
No.
We will do it now. We're doing it now. We're doing it.
It's unnecessary.
So far, you got like 47 stars.
Woo!
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's like 47 cents.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I like change, so that's great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Karen, what's up? So yeah, you guys keep asking me how Caitlin's doing. We just both obviously had COVID, and I keep telling you she's doing good, but I started to feel like Caitlin should just come on here and tell you how she's doing. So Caitlin's here tonight.
He felt like he was keeping me chained up in the basement or something because I haven't been on a live in a while, but that's just I've been a bit preoccupied with my own things. But yeah, no, I'm doing really good. I talk about some major shifts in my own personal life and what I'm doing and everything with integrating yoga into a daily practice for myself, and which was pretty rough going through COVID and trying to keep up with the yoga. There was actually like 3 days or about 4 or 5 days that I couldn't do yoga. I was just too sick. And then was able to like do a few days of like 3 sessions and was able to catch up on this little yoga with Adriene thing that I'm doing. It's called Move, which is daily yoga for the whole month of January and everything. So that's been awesome. Why can't I tap the table?
Well, because that's probably gonna tap the microphone.
I don't want to.
You don't tap me either. What's up, JP? What's going on, man? Joseph, good to see ya. Linda, so glad you both recovered with no lasting effects, I hope. Love y'all. Love you, Belinda. Thank you. Josh and Lori, what's going on, guys? Throw some hearts up, guys. Make sure you share this video out. Like, love, and share, and comment. All those Facebooker things. I got some Oreos. So yeah, you did awesome keeping up with your yoga through having COVID. You really did. I know you did miss a few days, but you doubled up like the day after a lot of times. You even did your yoga on the thing and went to a yoga class one day.
Yeah.
Like you're kicking yoga's ass.
Yeah. That was 3 days in a row of hour-long yoga sessions. But like the yoga thing I'm doing, it's really only like maybe 20 minutes a day, where I'm doing these like daily yoga things. I keep tapping this table.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. It might be fine.
I don't know when I tap you guys when I'm talking. Is it bothering you?
Well, now you're being.
That time
Now
was a
she's
little excessive.
now she's being extra. With it.
Uh-huh.
She's celebrating.
But yeah, so yeah, 3 days of doing hour-long yoga sessions between like the catch up and going to a place here in town on Saturday, which was like so intense. I really realized in these last 3 days that I have really got to work on some core muscle because I've got upper body strength and lower body strength, so it's time to connect and harness all that together with the core strength. So that's what I'm working on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. How's not smoking going for you?
Good. There's definitely during COVID, there were some like, I don't know if I'd call them like weird thoughts or yeah, they were weird thoughts, but I don't know if I'd call them urges or cravings. Just like these weird thoughts where I would like want to go smoke a cigarette. And
Just because all the time we were like sitting, or
I think a big part of it was boredom.
Yeah.
A really big part of it was boredom. So I'm happy to continue to push through that. And, instead of being bored, I started reading a book. Actually, I finished my first book since high school. It took me about 2.5 months to read the book all the way through, but that was the first book I finished since high school. And that was awesome. And I'm on to the second book now, and I'm loving it. It's actually a really incredibly informational book on finding your life's purpose and talking about the ego and what that really means and stuff. So those are definitely my kind of books where they expand the mind to kind of think in different perspectives and everything. So
yeah, I thought that was interesting that you're into those kind of books. That's a special kind of person, really, that reads them kind of books as opposed to. I mean, it's as someone who reads in general is different,
Yeah.
but for you to be like, hey, I'm going to read these books that
Well,
go
I'm not
into my
a
psyche and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of fiction books, really. Like, I've got a few on my bookshelf there that I've read. Like, the last book I actually read, it's called Tricks. And it actually has a lot to do with addiction and suicide in that book. And I don't know if maybe that might have been a nonfiction, but my imagination does so much on its own. I don't need to give it more made up shit. I want to give it real factual things so my imagination can flourish in a totally different kind of way.
Yeah.
I don't want it just to flourish on the fictional things of this world. Like, I want it to envision and create phenomenal
Make your
things.
own imagination,
Yeah.
not imagine what other people created. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I can understand that. It's an interesting outlook on it as well.
Yeah. You're so smiley.
It's because I love you and I get infatuated with you when you talk about things.
I love you, and that's cool. So how's everybody doing?
Matt says you should read The Outlander. And thanks for the tip, brother. Jim Hartley, believe it or not, that after 10 years of being sober, I still have to fight thought of self-sabotage. Stay aware, stay alert, and stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
That's one thing I've learned. It's a continuous battle. Like, it doesn't matter how much knowledge I gain about, bettering my life or bettering myself or getting closer to my goals, which with each stage and each day of life, there's different things that are, going to kind of try to twist the ego or twist the thoughts with things. So definitely staying aware of what you listen to, media wise, what kind of movies you watch. Like, I don't watch scary movies because that fucks with my psyche. Like, I will have nightmares for a month if I watch that kind of stuff.
That's very true. She will.
So it's definitely staying alert and conscious of like where your thoughts go, what you're feeding into, what you're allowing to be fed into yourself. That's very, very important. So
See, I like that
I
idea
agree.
too. I am not much into scary movies, but there was a while there where I really did like scary movies through my 20s and stuff. I watched, like, for a long time I was like against anything that had like gore or
Mhm.
blood, or like especially innocent bloodshed, when it was just pointless killing,
Mhm.
which is what I thought Saw was, until I actually watched one of the Saw movies and seen that the dude didn't want her to die. It was a whole thing where he wanted to see if they would, push themselves to live through this horrifying situation and live through it. And once I got into the deeper psyche of it, I watched all of the Saw movies.
Nope. I didn't watch one. Actually, a friend put one on, and I was like in and out of the room, and I remember it being one where she's got to like pop out her eye to get the key behind her eyeball, and I was like, "Fuck all this! Hell no! Nope! Gotta go!" I did. I walked a block home. I'm not about that stuff. Never have been.
See, I never was about that stuff, and then I watched a whole bunch of them. But now, in the life that I live these days, that's kind of a thing that There's another thing that Christian religion doesn't really look favorably upon, is where watching that kind of stuff and intaking it, and I can agree with that viewpoint on it. That was a thing that I have no problem really taking that out of my life. And I don't necessarily know if that's really looked down upon by a religion or not, but just it's one of those things that, like, when I did watch those things, not too long ago is when I had this revelation. I was gonna watch a bloody, gory movie, and I was kind of thinking about God and thinking about Jesus and hanging out with Jesus. And in my mind, I played out what it would be like if Jesus was really sitting here on the couch with me, and I decided to turn on this bloodfest movie.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus would probably be like, "Hey, man, I love you, but I don't want to watch this. I'm gonna jet."
Mm-hmm.
I hated that thought, and
Yeah.
and since then I haven't had the urge to turn on anything bloody.
Yeah.
Weird thing to say, but yeah, it's real.
I mean, for real though, like what you're listening to and all that makes a huge difference. You know, like that's why each morning I listen to some form of, motivational speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And
keep smacking the freaking desk.
And you're yelling at me about tapping it.
I know, and then I smack it with my legs.
And then, like, one thing I told you recently is actually, for me personally, like, I've listened to, like, a lot of men motivational speakers, but recently in this year so far, I'm, like, super proud of myself, pat myself on the back for what I've been doing so far this year.
Yeah.
But another big thing I've been doing is, like, I've been listening to Oprah Winfrey a lot, actually. Like, a lot, maybe too much, but daily for sure. And also Michelle Robbins, I've been listening to a bit more of her as well, and it's definitely, like, even like I think with like rehab, like men support men and all that, and women support women, and that's you're separated because we are two totally different beings and entities, so for listening to Oprah Winfrey and everything, I definitely have felt a stronger connection with the way that she speaks about things than I have with the years of Tony Robbins that I've listened to.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, I've been following Tony Robbins for years, and some of the things that I'm hearing from Oprah's perspective has resonated with me a lot more than when Tony explained it to me,
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really cool thing that I'm happy that I've continued to, like, kind of delve into different speakers and what kind of resonates with me more. So
yeah, no, that's cool. I'm glad you've been getting into such things. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely, I noticed a change in your attitude and things that I've definitely noticed already, an improvement in your reading ability.
Mm-hmm.
The other day we watched Star Wars. She read the whole scrolly thingy at the beginning of Star Wars. Uh-huh. She read that. It wasn't even like that far.
Didn't even have to pause it.
It wasn't even that it wasn't even that far back. And she's like, I've never actually read one of those things before. And I was like, I was actually pretty shocked that you had finished that. Because, like, normally when there's subtitles come up, like, you'll be like, babe, can you read those out loud for me? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because even like with this new book I'm reading by Eckhart Tolle,
I believe.
Yep, and it's called A New Earth, and I'm just a few chapters in now. But, like, even reading that out loud, like, I'm far more, like, I don't know. I used to be so self-conscious about reading out loud, like, even recently, like that last book that I was reading it out loud in my office, there were times like I would read quiet enough to make sure like he wouldn't hear me downstairs because I know I was going to stutter and all this stuff. But now I'm up there like, you know what? I might stutter, I might do stuff, but like I have been astounding myself with certain words that I've just like, la, 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 like blow right through, and then it gives me like more confidence and like passion while I'm reading out loud and everything. So that's been a beautiful thing. And
yeah, she reads out loud.
yeah.
That's,
And
I like it.
A big reason why I read out loud is because I think it really helps me with my enunciation and just my flow and how I read and talk in general.
And I imagine it helps stay in the moment too. Like.
Yeah, definitely. Because of the vibration of the voice, hearing it out loud really helps me stay resonated like in what I'm doing in comparison to like when I read it in my head, which sometimes I do. Recently, actually more so because I can stay connected. But as soon as I feel myself like start getting those trailing thoughts of like, I don't know, like 3 different things going on at once while I'm reading in my head, I'm like, okay, time to read back out loud again because I'm all over the place in my head. Or like today I went to read my book and I realized today I couldn't really read my book because I couldn't really focus enough on it, and I knew I had other things to do. So I didn't take
no reading today.
Well, no, I mean I read 7 pages of my budgeting book and got that all prepared and ready to go to start next month with my budgeting journal.
Made me spend a whole bunch of money on my freaking dog too. Holy
oh my gosh!
crap.
So yeah, I made it. I didn't make him spend a bunch of money.
$190 on my dog.
Yep, and then I spent $192.10 a piece on both of our dogs today because I'm a firm believer in keeping them up to date on Heart Guard and
I said bullets are cheaper.
Preventatives.
I'm kidding.
He did. Earlier I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. We're not just gonna fucking shoot the dogs that got Lyme disease when we could prevent it.
I'm not gonna shoot the dogs. It was just a funny joke. Don't write me letters. I don't want a single letter over me saying that. Okay, it was just a joke. But we spent over $400 on them damn dogs today. You both better live to be 100. I swear.
It was definitely a little bit more pricey than I remember. But I mean, that's also 6 months. That's half a year. So once a year, we spend $400 on the dogs' preventatives. That does not include their shots and all that.
It's not that bad.
But it's really. And
I love JJ, so I will spend the money. I will, but I'm going to bitch about it.
Yep, and that is why February is my first month of budgeting because ever since we took our road trip, it's been
tight.
It's been tight. And it's been hard to get back on top. And yes, that's because our first month at this new job, we had holidays and, vacation time. And then we had COVID for, 2 weeks now.
We started our new jobs beginning of December. So therefore it was like, November? No, December.
December
3rd.
But we didn't have one full week. I think we had only one full week that we worked in December.
You go through Christmas and everybody goes on break, and then you go through New Year's, everybody goes on break, and then we got COVID, so we've been on break again. Mm-hmm. So it's been continuous. But hey, they've been awesome.
Yeah.
They've been awesome.
Thankfully for having COVID and everything, the company has really been awesome with COVID pay and all that stuff. And while like these 2 weeks, honestly, the first week and a half really sucked, but I am so thankful for this time that we've had. For me personally, it's given me a new pep to my step and really redirected my focus on what I need to do in this next year. And honestly, this next year is very selfish for me. It is very much focusing on myself and my family and what we need to do to get to the places we want to be. Mm-hmm. So,
it's constructive. It's constructive selfish. It's not destructive selfish.
Yeah.
There is a difference. And I'm right there with you, though. This year is going to be about building ourselves up to a point and getting, and having some life experiences of our own,
mm-hmm.
being on, going to Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super excited about that.
I cannot wait to take him to Washington. Definitely. You know, and sometimes honestly I get weird talking about this stuff. So maybe that's why I haven't been on in a while, because I think that it's good to keep shit personal. It's good not to declarate to people about all these things you want to do, because that's when you get a lot of naysayers and people saying,
Say one nay. I want to hear one of you say
Don't
nay
do it.
one time, and watch how quick I kick your ass out of here. I better not.
Well, on this platform, it's a little different. But like on a personal level, and like you just tell your friends or your family about your ideas and stuff, you are always bound to get some pushback. It's good to keep things to yourself.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
There is definitely value in moving in silence. There definitely is.
Yeah.
And when you put everything out there, a lot of times you're not only, it can be a bit of a self-sabotage. It can be. And it can be telling the enemy what you're up to, sometimes in some cases. So I can understand having a reserved standpoint on not wanting everybody to know your plans. But at the same time, these are beautiful plans that I am so excited about.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
And we all love you, and we want to know what you're up to. So that's why you're here tonight, is to tell us what you're up to.
Well, that's a bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
I am super excited about taking Matt to Washington. Well, us taking each other, taking ourselves there. Like, for anyone that might not know, that's where I lived for 3 summers and gained a bit of my own family. Honestly,
I have a picture. I do.
Oh, yeah.
Picture.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, there. We have a picture of, is this the one I think
right
here?
Yeah, that's when I was a Wrangler.
Yeah, there's.
That's on top of Buddy, and I was 22 years old. Potentially 23 at that time. Depends on if that's the first or second summer. I think that's my first summer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
But yep, that's Buddy. So that's the second. Oh, no, that would have been my second summer.
And then we have
Jesus.
this picture right here.
Wow, that was like in the height of my addiction right there. For sure. That was a few years out of high school. That was on a New Year's party. And I was not coherent for that photo. I'm glad you chose that one.
I wanted to find some pictures that I thought looked interesting and probably had a fun story. And that is definitely one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I remember us having a lot of fun, and people loved that. That's actually a hat. That's one full piece.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's one full piece. Whatever happened to it, I don't know.
I thought it was a filter when I first clicked on it, but then I seen it was real, and I was like, oh, that's super cool. And we have the last one here.
Oh, that's the day Bodie got neutered.
Oh, really?
That's why he's all snug as a bug in a rug. He was so doped out. That's the day he was neutered.
Yeah, so we got you on horseback, and then we got you stoned, and then we got Bodie stoned. Those are some good pictures there I chose. I'm super happy that those are the
Yeah, but no, for Washington, that is a huge part of my life that really initiated my awakening of a better life.
Yeah.
Of the possibilities, and the first place I ever felt like truly alive was there in Washington. So to be able to show you that is honestly like a really sacred thing to me.
I'm excited to go see it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we also decided today that for this year, for a 2-year anniversary, we are going hang gliding.
Yeah. I'm super excited about that one, for one, because it's our 2nd anniversary, and it's our 2nd time doing something airborne for our anniversary. Last year we went and jumped out of an airplane. We went freaking skydiving. That's the word. I was going to say parachuting. No, we went skydiving to celebrate our 1-year anniversary. Now we're going to go hang gliding to celebrate our 2nd year anniversary. And this time I'm excited to to get a bird's eye view of whitewater. That's going to be so cool.
So one thing that'll be different though is we're not riding up together.
I know. You're doing a separate thing.
Yeah, so you'll do it and then I'll do it.
Yeah. I know.
So we'll have to rock, paper, scissors.
Who gets to go first?
Yeah. do some sort of challenge to decide who gets to go first.
Yeah, because it's like they hook you up behind a plane and then they take off and pull you up into the air.
Yeah, so you're in this little kite thing as they fly up to, what is it, 2,500 feet?
Something like that.
Yeah, 2,500 feet, and then they end up.
They release the cable.
They release the cable, and then you just slide and fly. And so I think it's actually going to be a way cooler experience, and it's cheaper.
Yeah,
than
it's
skydiving.
way cheaper than jumping out of the airplane.
Yeah, about $150 cheaper than going skydiving.
Yeah,
so.
but I think it's going to be so cool. I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, definitely. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. All kinds of memories already packed up for the year.
Yeah, some really cool stuff coming up this year, that's for sure. Yeah.
These Oreo cups, I am so happy I got us these for Christmas.
Me too.
They are so cool. They got like this little, you guys didn't see, it's got this little Oreo holder on the side of it. And you stack like 7 Oreos in there. I got them for us for Christmas. I got a matching cup set. It's so good. They're so perfect. I wish I had more though.
So what are your notes over here?
I wrote down those pictures in case you couldn't think of what they were or something. If you were like, where the hell did you find that picture? I wrote down where I got the picture from, just in case. So the beard picture was January 1st, 2015, and somebody named Sophia was tagged or posted it. The Bodie picture was January 22nd, 2020. And it was Wayne Jones was tagged in that picture.
Yeah, that was the long distance relationship I was in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, when he had flown here, he decided to fly in when I was getting my dog neutered. That's why when I looked over there and I seen that name, I was like, why do you have my ex's name written down over there? Like, it's kind of weird.
Because just in case I didn't know, I was like, maybe she won't even know that this was a picture, you know, and then she's gonna be like, where did you get this? So I figured I'd write down my sources. Yeah. And then the horse pick was August 21st, 2016.
Okay, so when I was 22.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I see that the comments have been in one place.
I think they're either jammed up. Yeah, they were jammed up. Belinda, oh wow, we was pulled by a boat over Lake Erie. Oh yeah, right on. I see. The only time I've ever seen anybody doing that was on Jurassic Park 3 when when the kid went parasailing and then flew off and ended up getting eaten by dinosaurs and all that stuff. So.
Touch your arm.
Whoa!
Just muffled the shit out of them.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that. All right. Your Honor, I would just like to say for the record, Jim, probably off topic, but here a little thought for you all. We shouldn't walk away from others to learn from a lesson. We should walk away when we learn our own lesson.
And I think a big time when you see things or you notice things on a repetitive pattern, acknowledge that those lessons are usually there to like try it, like they're lessons. They're there to teach you something. If you continue to experience something in different ways, like Oprah says it in one way, like somebody could have came in to teach you this one thing, unless you actually learn the lesson, they're going to come back next month wearing a different pair of pants. Right?
That too. Some people come for a reason. Some people come for a season. I can't remember the whole rhyme, but
yeah,
that's I like that way of saying it though too, because I've had that happen. You've had that happen. Yeah, I was there for that one.
Which one?
Well, the certain someone that you moved in with you.
Oh yeah.
And then ended up getting burned again. Burned.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to learn your lessons.
Those are some big life lessons that I'm still trying to learn. So, always, I think it's really good to really be aware and in tune, to take time of silence, to really realize what it is going on around you, accept what it is, learn from it, and like learn to better yourself each and every day. Like, it's not an easy process. This is something I've been trying to do for since I was 22, or since I was 20, honestly, is when I really started my self-development and like realizing that I I am in control of where everything goes in my own life.
Yeah, that's one thing that really drew me to you in the beginning right away was your when we'd have our occasional conversation before we started dating when we were just friends at work.
Yeah.
And you were like talking about healing from stuff and things that I don't normally hear people in their 20s talk about healing from. You know,
So I've heard that a lot.
like you were trying to work on healing yourself from anger issues and stuff, and like actually trying to like find ways to fix yourself, or not fix yourself. That's a bad way to say it, but to improve yourself. You know, and I thought that was really impressive for someone your age.
That's one.
She's only 19, so I'm kidding.
I'm 27. I'm gonna be 28 in March. On March 4th. Alright. But no,
hey,
honestly,
Paul's here. He's from Washington, Quincy, Washington.
Hello.
Paul Martinez.
But
it's a marathon, not a sprint, says Joseph. Yeah, and maybe it's not a race at all. I don't know why they call us the human race. Do we think someone's going to win?
Wow.
Come on, that was deep.
It was.
That was deep stuff.
And so, you guys, this is usually half the reason why I chase him around the house.
Yeah, that would have got me chased. That probably would have got my nipples ripped
But
off.
today, I already have a bruised elbow from running away from Matt today. Even though he wasn't chasing me, I thought he was chasing me, and I tried booking it up the stairs, and then I smacked my elbow on the second story, and I got messed up. It's bruised, too. And then I find out he's not there, and then he comes to console me, laying on the stairs.
There's a lot of physicality in our relationship. It's a lot of running. It really is. And we have our house downstairs is like, there's a circle in our house. You can run laps around our house. So often I will come out and like make a joke or just say something. Or she'll do it. She'll come around the corner and just fuck with me until
I'll
I
just
chase.
throw something at him too.
We like to.
It's a very playful household. That's
we like to poke and prod until the other one gets upset and then run. Then run.
And he'll pull chairs out behind him to try and like he's gonna break my leg one of these days.
I'm so dirty about it.
He really is.
I don't just run like I run.
And that's why I ran up the stairs so fast because he was chasing me, and I love being tickled. Who doesn't? I mean, if you don't like,
I'll run through the kitchen and I'll like quick set the garbage can behind myself when I come around the corner. So when she comes around the corner, she runs into the garbage can. Like it's like very comical to me. I love it.
Yep.
But yeah, so she ran up the stairs to try and get the spring on me, and she hurt herself.
Oh yeah.
It happens. Sometimes there's an injury, you know.
Sometimes. That's right.
Somebody's play her down. Oh. Bam. Paul Martinez, I believe, just a bit south of you in Pasco, Washington. All kinds of people in Washington. See? All kinds of people we could visit out there.
Washington is absolutely gorgeous. Anyone that lives there, you already know the wide variety of scenery throughout that state, and just the culture, musical, and just like the culture there is just beautiful. The energy there in Washington has honestly been like no other state I have been to. So
yeah, awesome. Yeah. I'm excited to be out there. Queens. My daughter is still in Washington State too. And Score Jail. Oh, look at that. All these things pointing to Washington.
Ooh.
Kristen, hi, how are you? Doing well, Kristen. Good to have you here.
Hello.
Belinda, I always remember your birthday and age, Caitlin, because you're the same age as my daughter, but birthday is very close to my son's.
Ah, nice.
Nice. Good things. Good person to have things in common with. She takes compliments so well. Johnny Childress, what's going on over there hiding behind that tree? That's cool. I like that sticker. Let's see. I'm going to go back up because I know we missed some. My mama said that Oreo is going to be soggy. She was making fun of me dipping my Oreos for too long over here, apparently.
Oh, you got to get them
You gotta
soggy
get 'em-
enough,
I like them
like just before they start falling apart.
Yeah.
And that's when
right.
you eat them.
Right when my fingers start to sink into the sides, that's when I'm like, nom, 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 nom. Terry Pouliot. If I love according to my thinking, I will always self-sabotage. Eventually I catch it, but I do more damage to self without help. It's getting better by the grace of God. Right on, Tammy. Yeah, just keep working on it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Belinda, my mama, that's okay. The half of sugar cookies are soggy. I put it in a small amount of milk and forget it and have to drink it. Then who really knows if I'm watching TV or the screensaver? Okay. I'm going to leave that one right where it is and walk away. Belinda, I want to go to Seattle and the mountains one day. Right on, Belinda. Yeah. Amen.
Yeah, Seattle. Definitely go to Pike's Market, right downtown there. Really, really cool thing to see. When I've been there quite a few times. Because I lived there for 3 summers, just 4 hours away, up in the mountains. But there, in the Pike's Marketplace, like people will stand in the stairwells and play their music and sing and stuff, and it just like the way that it echoes through the stairwells is just incredible. There's usually there's music all around that whole area, and it's really cool to see. There's the gum alley, which is actually I find to be really gross, but it's something cool to see. It's just an entire alley of gum as far as people can reach up on this wall, and it's on the ground, and it's gross, but it is kind of cool to see. As disgusting as that is. And just like all the different the whole Pikes Market is pretty much a whole bunch of little, it's like flea markets, a whole bunch of little shops and stores of handmade goods and items. You can get like the most immaculate bouquet you've ever seen for like $10, so and they're all being handmade like right there in front of you and stuff, so that's really cool.
Belinda with 1,000 stars.
What?
Yeah.
Mic drop for real.
What? That's $5 for you.
Thanks, Belinda.
Yeah, and Ann with 200, so that's $1 for you.
You guys are fantastic.
And the other half goes to a non-profit or a charity organization of your choice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
You get to pick one.
All right, we'll decide later on.
Yeah. So thank you, Caitlin, for coming on here and hanging out with us. This has been awesome. This is delightful.
Yeah.
And Johnny, I see you hiding behind that pickle, and I will hide behind my pickle as well, sir.
I was going to actually say, my donation one will be what's under the sweater.
What is under this sweater? The Jefferson County Humane Society.
Yeah.
That's an excellent choice. Excellent. So there you go. If you throw up stars during this live, or even after it's posted, any stars on this video are going half to Caitlin and half to the animals in Jefferson County Humane Society. Good work. We're helping.
Yeah.
Let's see, Josh and Lori. I was wondering about that shirt. Oh, yeah, isn't that a cool shirt? And with another 200 stars.
Woo!
Thank you, yeah. Horse rescue, says Belinda. See? Yeah.
Wait, what about a horse rescue?
No, she was giving that as an idea. But
you
had already said. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then Belinda, also, when you go to Seattle and then you want to go to the mountains, totally go to the Met Howe Valley, twist in the Winthrop area. And like Winthrop is like downtown, old school Western world. It's really cool. And if you're into hiking anywhere out there, it's gorgeous.
So. Don't listen to the subtitles, though. They're spelling it all wrong. But Met Howe Valley, like Methow. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Met Howe.
Met Howe. There.
So, does anyone have any questions or comments or concerns? Well, concerns you can keep to your goddamn self, but
We don't have a complaint department. I've said this before. You can direct your complaints to that wall over there. That's the only complaint department we have. All right? If you have anything to bitch about, we don't have anyone that takes the complaints. So I'm sorry. We don't have anyone that'll handle your disputes. You keep them to yourself. Just bugger off.
How many times are you going to punch the microphone? all right. Belinda with 50 more stars. Thank you.
Heck yeah. Yeah, if you guys have any questions or comments or anything you want to say to Caitlin, you can say it. Any questions you have for the lovely and talented Caitlin Tanner. Isn't she beautiful, ladies and gentlemen? But, she's a delicate flower. Let's see, Johnny. But I want to ask my question in my best UK voice. All right.
All right.
And you will have to read his comment in your best UK voice.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
British. I think that's it. Maybe Scottish, he says.
What the hell is your question? I will do my best to read it in such a way. It will jump all over the place, though, with the accent.
It can be whatever we want it to be.
Yeah.
But first we need a question, and then we read it funny for you. And we'll ask me no more questions, I'll tell you no more lies.
Pam.
With a pail of shit, be sure to close your eyes.
Jeepers. Pam, you said you bought yourself a sissy coat today?
No, she bought myself, Sissy, and Sissy a coat today, I'm going to say. Sissy is her dachshund.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. Hello, Poppet, says Johnny.
Hello.
Heidi says, howith, arith, thoueth.
Thoueth is great.
All right. That's a good way. Good way to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It got awkward.
Belinda, you said, oh, sounds nice. I want to ride horses. I'd love to go see the herd of wild Mustangs. Yeah, definitely. I mean, and there's a herd of wild, there's a, I think it's in Montana or Oklahoma. No, that's not Oklahoma. I think it's in Oklahoma as well, where they have the wild horse ranges. There's actually a few different locations across the U.S. for the wild horses. But an incredible place to go to ride horses in the mountains is JD Outfitters. They're in Winthrop, Washington, and it is absolutely incredible. That's where I actually worked as a wrangler, taking people out from anywhere from an hour to 4 hours on the trails there in the mountains. And it is truly an incredible experience. I think, honestly, if you ever want to get out and see nature, to be on the top of a horse's back really allows you to really see it a lot more and really take it in. Because when you're hiking or something, you're worried more so about your own 2 feet. And when you're on a horse, you ain't got to worry about that at all. You can just look around and take it all in. So, JD Outfitters, go book today. I will forever promote them.
That was a great commercial. Holy shit, you should be in marketing. I love it. I'm signing up. We're going today.
No, we will when we go.
Okay, when we go. I'm excited. I got excited. Belinda, yes, I get a Mustang to rescue from the roundups they do. I want to get a Mustang to rescue from the roundups they do. Right on.
If it's one of your first horses, do a lot of studying. A lot of studying. And if it is one of your first horses, I would suggest not going with a wild Mustang. As beautiful as it feels and seems, if you really want to have a connection.
Don't listen to her. You go out there and you catch a wild Mustang. And you lasso that.
Don't get me wrong, I have fantasized about all that plenty enough. But if it's your first one, I don't suggest it.
You get out there right now, Belinda, and I want videos. I want video evidence of you wrangling this herd of Mustangs. Get out there. Go. Okay, all right, I'm done. Belinda, exactly. That's exactly what I want to do is ride and take everything in. Amen. It's just take all of the horses home. Yeah, my boss has a huge farm, over 400 acres, and he has 7 horses that we can ride all over the farm. It's a great way to just get right with nature on horseback.
Yeah. And honestly, being on horseback and creating a bond with a horse is one of the most just like serene times for me. It brings me my most peace, honestly, being on a being on a horse's back.
You've been doing great. You've been doing great.
Brings me great peace of mind. So
that wasn't over dramatic at all.
One little stutter. I lose my whole composure.
Everything goes out the window. No, I'd have to ride. My legs don't work so well. I know it's not my first horse. It's been years, but it's a dream. Right on, Belinda. Right
It's
on.
a beautiful dream.
Yeah, for sure. But not the whole herd.
Are you sure? I mean, we could go in together on it. We could get the whole herd.
She's over here. This one over here. She'll be over there freaking on Facebook looking at horses for sale and shit. Like, we live in an apartment in the middle of downtown. We have a yard the size of my pinky nail.
Speaking of which, that's actually a big thing that I've come to recognize in this past month is actually a big reason why you guys have not seen me on Facebook reacting or sharing or posting or really much anything other than in this past week I've done a few, like 2 things. But I came to realize for me personally, all the scrolling on Facebook, honestly, it led to a lot of envy and jealousy in me personally for just seeing people do good. And like, I kind of got down on myself because I'm not exactly where I want to be. But then I realized by me continuously looking at other people achieving and doing good for themselves doesn't help me, because during that hours of scrolling that I was doing, I mean, literally I'd spend like 2 hours a day looking at horses, daydreaming about it, then getting really depressed because I'm not there yet. So realizing that was doing that to me has made me really start to focus a lot more on doing my yoga and reading my books and like figuring out what I got to do to take myself to the next level so that, you know, within 10 years we can have a nice piece of property and I can potentially have a horse of my own if that's where, you know, this life leads me and everything, you know. So that's a big reason why you guys have not seen me on social media at all for the most part, you know, is I'm really trying to get a bit more integrated in what I got to do for myself so I don't get envious of other people.
Right on.
Yeah.
Got to keep your priorities straight.
Mm-hmm. I do have an Instagram problem with scrolling.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Just
another thing I'm working on.
Goes into Scrollsville, USA. I do it too.
Yeah.
I'm bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all, you know, in due time to each person.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like we were saying earlier, you know, I not to toot my own horn, but like I have figured some shit out at a pretty young age, you know, and I heard that from my family as well, and it is something I kind of pride myself on, is that I want to continue to be ahead of the curve, you know, and figure things out for myself. So
yeah,
that's one thing that ever since I got a taste of figuring shit out for myself, it's something I never not want to have in my life, you know. I always want to be upgrading and doing better.
Right on. That's what it's all about. Just living a better life as much as you can.
Yeah.
On a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Try and do better.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Joseph says, great dream. I think I already read that one. Still. Amen. Great dream.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're into an hour into catching up with Caitlin.
Are we?
That says
Holy man.
6:53 over there.
Oh, we got 49 minutes. So
That's right.
we're
we started
almost
a
an
little
hour.
late.
We're almost an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that clock over there. Oh, 6:55 on the watch. So we must have started a little bit late, huh?
So I was feeding the dogs.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right on. Yeah. Well, we can call it a day
Yeah.
if you want.
I mean, is there any questions, comments, concerns of your own?
No.
No?
No. We answered all my questions. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I think we answered everybody else so far too. Nobody else
Awesome.
has dropped any more. So
Yeah.
that'll be it for the evening, I think.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for being an awesome, attentive audience. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that. And thank you, Caitlin, for coming on here and sharing what's going on in your world and letting everybody know firsthand.
And I think the big message in all this is keep dreaming and keep striving to do better in your own personal lives.
Yeah. And I wasn't lying. Caitlin's a real person. And she's not tied up in the basement. And I'm just up here telling everyone she's okay for weeks.
Yeah, you guys should ask for me to come on more often because
Yeah,
I'd like to leave the basement more often. Okay.
We just demand proof of existence or something, like demand proof of life from you. Like, no, bring her on camera and let us see that she's okay, Maddie.
Oh, I'm doing great, you guys, and I hope the same for all of you. Much love and big hugs sent all around. And until next time, stay happy,
Stay healthy.
and stay clean.
Back in the basement.
I'm gonna put you in.
I love you.
Oh,
All right, bye guys. Have a good night.